Hello students, welcome to my class. So in this class we are going to discuss about chapter 4th, ratio and proportion. So first of all, before starting this chapter, we have to discuss what is the meaning of this chapter, ratio and proportion. So first of all we have to discuss ratio and proportion is the second part of chapter. We are dividing this chapter in two parts. First is ratio and second is proportion. This is a quite easy chapter we are going to discuss. So first is ratio. So in this, ratio is what? Ratio is comparison of two quantities, two magnitudes. Even we are given two numbers, we are going to compare it, it is called ratio. Actually in a simple language, ratio is considered to be the division, or you can say numerator and denominator terms. So for example, if we are considering ratio 1:2, then it simply means 1 by 2. As you know, the ratio quantities, if these numbers got interchanged, that can't make a same value, because that's also giving you a ratio but not giving you the exact same values. For example, if you are interchanging these digits, so 2:1 is not exact same as 1 by 2, it is 2 by 1, which is 2. So you can see that ratio 1:2 is not equals to 2:1 ratio. Why? Because 1 by 2 is not equals to 2 by 1. As you know, this means a half value and this means number 2. So these values are not equal. So generally the numerator term means to say the left hand side term, here it is and here it is. So you can consider a numerator as antecedent and the denominator term means to say right one is considered to be the consequent term. So if we are considering a ratio, then it is consist of two main portions. First is antecedent and second is consequent. The left hand side term is called antecedent and second one side is called consequent. So now we are going to further, like a number is given to you and you have to divide it in two parts, means to say in two ratios. So how will you convert it in two ratios? So here is given you a easiest method to convert a number in two different ratios. So what you are going to do, here you have provided a ratio. For example, you have provided A1:A2. So what you are going to do, you have to consider that number be a. For example, we are considering a number ABC to be X. You can consider it X, or you can consider a simply number, you can say A. Let a number be A. We have let a number A and the ratio is A1:A2. So what you are going to do is you have to take a sum of ratios in the denominator and you have to put a 1 ratio in numerator multiplied by the actual number which has to be found. Means to say, if you have to find the ratio of A in two different parts, so you have to multiply it by A. As we know, we have let the number A as for which we have to find the ratio. So we have taken this. So in first part you have taken A1 in numerator and in second part you have taken A2 in numerator. Other things remains constant and remain same. Now we are going to discuss about the example for this method. So now we are going to discuss the example regarding the previous one concept. So first is, you have given a number 108, you have to divide it in two parts, right? And the ratio given to you is 4 and 5. So comparing to the previous concept, we can let these numbers as you can compare the ratio and you can let A1 be 4 and A2 be 5. And what is the sum here? A1 plus A2 giving you 9. So now we are collecting the next data, which is 108. We have to let A is equal to 108. As you know, we have let that number A as the number given to you. So now we have to calculate these two parts. So for first part will be, as we read out, A1 upon A1 plus A2 into A. So we are replacing the values in that. So we are getting 4 by 9 into 108. And similarly for second part we have 5 by 9 into 108. So you have to divide it, and what you will see that here the resultant is 48, right? You have to calculate, and now even you have to calculate the second part, or you can generally estimate by subtracting this, because we have to divide this in two parts, so the sum will give the same number. So after subtracting 48 you will get 60, or even you are calculating this, you also get 60. So here we have 60 and 48, two terms. When you add on these you will get 108. As you know, we have divided this number in two parts, which is 48 and 60. The sum is exactly 48, means we are going right. So now moving to our next concept, which is comparison of ratios. We have to compare that ratios. We have two given ratios, means to say two given divisions. Here you can use A by B, C by D, or either you can use A ratio B and C ratio D. Here you given the four numbers. So what is the procedure to compare the two ratios? So the procedure is, you have to take LCM of these two denominators. So now we are going to take LCM of B and D. I am going to consider you the general process. You have to apply it on these digits. So now we have to take the LCM of these two denominators, and we will surely get LCM. So now what is the next step? First of all, you have to see that ratio must be in the simplest form. That can't be either divided. So when these are in simplest forms, you have to compare these ratios. So here denominators are 12 and 8. This is the example of your concept. So here is 12 and 8 are the denominators. You have to take LCM first, and after taking LCM you have to make these denominators be equal to same. So what are you going to do? Just take a example 1 of this concept. So we are going to first take the LCM. So when we have taken the LCM, you will get 12 and 8. So after taking LCM you will get 24. Obviously LCM 24 aayega. So after getting the LCM 24, what you have to do, you have these consequent terms 5 by 12 and 3 by 8. So first we have to make these denominators be equal to same. So what you are going to do, you have to multiply it by 2 both sides. That will giving you the exact value, because 2 got cancelled. So this gives you the exact same value as your ratio is given. So you have to multiply it by 2. So what you will get? 10 by 24. And here what you will get, to make it 424, you have to multiply it by 3. 8 3s are 24. So what you will get? 9 by 24. Now you can see you have both the denominator same. So if the denominator are same, so you are going to compare the numerators. So we compare the numerators. As you know, 10 is greater than 9. So obviously the ratio having the numerator greater will be always greater. So you have, firstly you have to make these denominator terms same. So after that you will compare the numerators and get the right answer. So when you compare, you will have 10 is greater than 9. So obviously this ratio is greater than this. So you can now put it into simplest forms. You can use 5 by 12 is greater than 3 by 8, or either you can use these ratios too. You can use 5 ratio 12 is greater than 3 ratio 8. So next we are going to do proportion. So now we continue with our second part of this chapter, which is proportion. So what is proportion? We have considered the ratio. What is ratio? Ratio are the magnitude comparison of two quantities. So now we are coming to the proportion. Proportion is a term which is used for two equal ratios. If we are considering two equal ratios or the equal divisions, you can say these two ratios are equal, then that is called proportion. For example, if you are using 2 by 3 is equals to 4 by 9. Sorry, 2 by 3 is equals to somewhat that the division is common, have to follow the 10 by 15, which is giving you, if you divide these by 5, that will give you 2 by 3. So these ratios are equal, that is called a proportion. This is called a proportion. So here is a general definition for that. A ratio B is equals to C ratio D, then it is called proportion of these ratios. In this, as you know, A, B, C and D, this is called first term, second term, third and fourth. All sequential, you can use first, second, third and fourth terms. So now according to their positions, they are named. So like the extreme terms, A and D are placed at extreme positions. So you can say these are the extreme terms. So when you compare these middle terms, these are the middle terms B and C. So because they are placed in a middle, so they are named middle terms, and the digits which are placed in the extreme are called extreme terms. And as you know, everyone know cross product. So we can write these ratio as A by B is equals to C by D. So when you cross product these, so you will get AD is equal to CB. Now you are going to observe that these are two extreme and these are two middle terms, and product of these extremes and middles are same. So here is the result, the product of extreme is equals to the product of middle terms. So now we are going to solve its example. So what type of examples are coming in this chapter is like that. You have provided the 3 terms and you have to find the 4th one, and you can do it by cross multiplication method. So now the question given to you is, you have given the first, third and fourth term, which is 12, 8 and 14 respectively, and you have to find the second term. So as you know, second is a middle term and third is a middle term. First and second are the first and fourth are extreme terms. So you are going to use this result, product of extreme is equals to product of middle, by cross multiplication method. So what are you going to do here? So you have to multiply 12 into 14 and equals to 8 into x. So here we have let the second term be x. So what you are going to do is just put this 8 in, divide this, and you will get the value of x, obviously, as you know. So x is equals to 12 into 14 divided by 8, and you will get the answer 21. So here you got the second term is 21. So like these you have to solve many other examples. So next we are going to do another example. So now we have come up with a new example, which is example 4. It is a quite complicated example. So here it is given to you that A ratio B is equals to 5 ratio 7. Here it is given to you A by B is equals to 5 by 7. So now what you have to do, you have to let this as a constant x. For example, you can say we have let it x या फिर k. So now what you are going to do, you can even let that A by B is equals to 5 by 7 k upon k. As you know, k will be cancelled and you will get the 5 by 7 exact same ratio. So now what you are going to do, you have to find this value 3a plus 5b ratio, 5a minus 2b. So first you have to write it in the division form. So you will write 3a plus 5b divided by 5a minus 2b. Now what you have to do, you have to put values of a and b in this ratio. So what you are going to do, you have to put these values. So value of a will be 5k and b will be 7k. So you have to put it in it, 3 into 5k plus 5 into 7k divided by 5 into 5k minus 2 into 7k. Now you have to solve it, 15k plus 35k, 25k minus 14k. So what you will get? You will get 50k divided by 11k. So k will be cancelled and the ratio will be 50 by 11. So here you got the ratio, that exact value of this ratio is 50 by 11. So like this we have to solve these examples, and next concept we will discuss in our next lecture. Stay safe, stay home.